Hello folks, I thought you might want to come with us with the puppy. We're taking him to a canal, so we'll go a walk in the canal with the puppy. Okay? I'm going to put him in the... Put him in the boot.
Oh then babes, let's go. Come on.
Sorry, he thinks he's going...
Max,
he thinks he's walking there. It's too far to walk, it's a few miles.
Ready?
Oops, a daisy.
Oh.
Now, normally he would sit in the back seat, but because we got a new car and the boot's big enough for him, he's used to it now. We've had the car a month, so
okay.
He's used to it.
Bye-bye.
We are on the road to the canal. There's plenty of walks in the countryside for the dog, and he's enjoying it really well, isn't he, Brian?
Yeah.
He's settled down a lot. He's very boisterous. He was very boisterous. He still is a little bit boisterous, but he's settled down a lot, and he's got used to where we live now. And so we've been told about this long walk, so we're going to take him down to see if he likes it. He's never learned to swim. You'd think with him being a Labrador that he would have taken to it quite naturally, but he goes.
He loves water.
He does, doesn't he?
But he doesn't go too deeply because it's just a case of not enough confidence, I suppose.
Yeah, I think so. But
if during the summer months it's warm enough, etc., I might be able to coax him into somewhere by going in myself.
yeah. Well, I'll get back to you when we arrive at the canal. The canal now. It's along there. So I'll film it when we get in through the gate. Just all fields. Just all fields. Sewage works. But there is no smell at all. No smell. Very pleasant. It's tucked away out of the way. I would have expected an awful smell, but there's no smell. So this is where we're going. It obviously belongs to Wessex Water, and it's a conservation area, and no shooting on this site. Well, you wouldn't catch me shooting anything, but I expect there would be some people might want to. So
there's the history of this place.
I can't read that. Anyway, let's go. It's a quiet path down, isn't it?
Yep.
I'll get back to you when we get to the canal. Just surrounded by fields. And we're going this way. And this part of it is called the Timsbury Basin. Oh, there's a picture there of it in 1872. I don't know if you can see that. You've probably not been able to see it properly because of the reflection of the trees. But, yeah. That's where we're going. That's just all countryside there in those days. And little has changed because it's the same thing. Which is brilliant. Because we've lived in the town for a number of years, and to be honest, I mean, I was born in the town, but I'm not a town person. I like the countryside. Sorry?
I think the canal's over here.
Oh yeah, well, we'll find it. Sorry about this, shutting the gate. This is just a walk through. In England, you're allowed to go through the footpaths. Some of them cut across farmers' fields and what have you, but as long as you stay to the footpath, then you're not trespassing. And I think we're coming up to the canal. I'll get back to you when we get there, so as not to bore you. Folks, this is the canal such as it is, and it is covered in algae, and Max just dived in. So we didn't bring a towel with us, but we have a blanket in the car, so we're going to have to rub him down and give him a bath when he gets home.
Careful, Max.
It's just stagnant water, and all the algae will thrive in this hot weather that we're getting at the moment. It's quite pleasant. But I wouldn't really call that a canal anymore, would you, Brian?
Well, this is it.
Because it stops up there.
This was the base. This was the end of the terminus.
Oh, what was it again?
Turn the boat around.
Oh, turn the boats round. Oh, right. So Brian's saying, oh, they turn the boats round there, and then they go back.
Right, they loaded them up. Come here, loaded them up. There was a coal place up here as well.
Oh, my word.
And they took coal from here from Timsbury to Wiltshire.
Ah, right. Oh, it's sad to see it in that state, isn't it?
They're trying to do it up again, trying to clear it all out. And
well, it'd take dredging and all that to clean it, wouldn't it? But it would be so nice. You could put boats on there, couldn't you, Brian? You know, like you could have sort of a fair in here, and some boating on the canal if they cleaned it all up. I'll get back to you. All the way along, and it's all more or less in the same state. That's so sad to see something like this go to rack and ruin. I mean, the water's very, very murky, and the puppy will definitely need a bath when he goes home. Got some, that looks like some, is that water lilies, or not lilies, irises?
it could be, I don't know.
I should know.
Don't go in there.
It's
No,
all
don't
the
go in there, baby.
farmhouses in the distance there, and if I pan round, there's a farm up there with sheep in the field. See if I can get a little closer.
That width.
Sheep in the field there.
Along here, but it's sometimes they've dammed that up a bit, but that shouldn't be there like that.
What, this part here
Yeah.
that we're stewed on? That I'm stewed on, yeah. Yeah. It's amazing what you can find if you go looking for little gems like this. It'd be lovely to see that all clear and a few boats on it. It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? I'll get back to you. Max has never learned to swim, but he is attracted to the water, and he's gone in there quite a few times, and it's got a whiff about it, so there he goes again, look. But he'll be having a bath when he goes home. He's just enjoying himself, frolicking about. What's he doing?
Trying to get himself
Soaking wet, yeah. Or he might be trying to dry himself, I don't know. It's like a snake, isn't it? Going like a snake. Oh, sorry about the shadow.
I don't know why he's doing that.
Get off, get off. Don't come shaking in my direction. There he goes again. Yeah, he's a Labrador, all right.
Don't you go eating that?
What's that? Don't eat anything in there. You'll be sick.
Drinking that.
You'll be sick, boy. He won't go in deeper, so have you noticed that? Oh, he's going to be covered in mud.
Come on.
That's doggy heaven, isn't it? Doggy heaven. Good boy. Good boy. We've come to the end of the canal, but I think he's met his match here. Look, there's a swan here. Come on.
Come here.
You can't win against a swan. Come on.
Come here.
Maxie, come here.
Come here, Max.
Leave the swan alone. There's another one over, way over there, hiding in the
Oh yes, yes.
hedgerow. Not a hedge,
Come here.
but you know what I mean.
Come here. Max.
Well, it must be clean enough if they're on it, you know. The water looks clear here. It's a swan.
There would have been the canal. I think would go that way, and there'd be a branch going over that way.
There's a little bridge over there. The canal continues way in the distance, but they've blocked this bit off for some reason. Could be for the swans, I don't know. But they've made their home here. It's nice to see. Lovely. See if I can get a bit closer to it. It's a little bit shy. No, I haven't got anything to give you, sweetheart. Don't come up though, because you got a curious dog here, and there'd be no contest. He'd get bitten badly. I've had a bite from a swan and it's really painful. And of course, swans are protected in this country. They all belong to the Queen. Well, I don't know if she owns them, but they're all protected, and there's dire consequences if you harm a swan. So, look at Max in the distance. Right now, we're going to make our way back. We've had a long walk along the canal, and we're going to make our way back now. So I'll get back to you. It's a beautiful day today. Look at that. It's the 7th of April today, 2017.
Guy just there with his dog. The swans are brooding down here over the other side of the pond.
Yeah.
They've got a nest.
Yeah, that's why that one was sitting on it,
Yeah.
wasn't it? In the
Apart last year they had a brood of 7 eggs, but it was visited by something and they ended up with just one that
cygnet.
survived. And then a few months later, when they came back down, the swans had gone and the cygnet was left by itself.
Oh,
Whether it was survived or not, they don't.
well, I don't think it could have, because
And
there's
they
only
think
2 there.
It's possible that it was an otter that got them.
Because if it's not ready to fly, something like that would get
The year
it.
before, they raised 3 cygnets.
Yeah, that's nice.
So that
They're
was good.
protected, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are they the Queen's
They're mute
birds?
swans. They're protected by royal command.
That's right,
They're
yeah.
part of the Queen's.
Yeah, and if you harm any
under
of them,
the Queen's protection.
that's right. If you harm any of them, it's big time, big jail time, isn't it?
Into the tower for you.
That's it. Well, I'm just so surprised that Max is doing all this. He's just loving it. So we're going to stay a little while and let him have a good run around and a good splash
Over there, where
around.
that kind of bridge thing is, that is the bridge to the dry dock. The other side of it is a dry dock.
Yeah.
And this canal, it's got a poster up on the side and it tells you all about the canal, how far it stretched. It was 10 miles long,
Wow.
and it went from here to Calm Valley.
Uh-huh.
Further down, it was joined by Oh, Max, you're soaking wet. Oh. It was joined by a branch of the canal that came from Radstock and joined up, and then it went further on into Wiltshire.
That's quite interesting.
To,
I just think it's such a shame to let it get in this state.
Well, they are trying to bring it back to life, but because it goes through a lot of different people's
Properties.
they've got to
Get permission, I suppose.
permission to do all that.
Well, I can't see why anybody would not grant permission to clean up the.
Oh, if it was
The
on
canal.
my land, I would let them, definitely let them clean it all up.
Okay, well, we'll sit a while with the puppy, and then we'll get back to you.
I learned that
This is the terminus.
this was the terminus of the canal.
Over there,
Just there.
where that post is. That was the terminus,
And
and then
the canal boats would come in here.
and then there was
And there was tramways.
tramways going up
Tramways that
up
went
the hill,
up to
Timsbury. Yeah, over that in that direction. Yeah.
Where there was mines, and apparently it was quite.
Busy.
Yeah, quite busy. It was quite productive until the railways come along. And then
Yeah. And then that would have taken all the
then it fell into the canal.
the business away from them.
Took the business away from them and that. Yeah. But the canal itself is actually 10 miles long,
Yeah, I know you said that.
and it has another branch. It comes from Radstock, which is known as the southern branch. It comes from Radstock in, and this bit here is the northern branch.
Oh well, that was a nice afternoon out. Nice walk, and Maxie loved it, didn't you, Maxie?
Prancing about in the water.
Don't expect him to answer.
He's just watching where the guy's going with it.
Well, a lot of people come down here.
Just
There's some more
where them
people down there
are and that,
by the swans.
just down where them people are, there's that basin there, and where you saw the bridge, that was the bridge that was into the dry dock.
Yeah.
It fell into disrepair and overgrown, so they're rebuilding that. That's why it's done like that.
Well, so they should.
And there's plans to reopen the canal.
Yeah.
And all that, but they've got to get the permission from all the landowners
To do it, yeah. But I mean, it would be lovely to have that open, and in the summertime, people could go boating down there. A 10-mile, canoe thing would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the chap that we're speaking to, he's hoping that they would reopen the towpath at least. As well, because he loves going cycling, and he'd cycle down to Timsbury.
Yeah.
And all the way
But they've
through
got great cycling paths around about this area in the country.
I've quite a
So,
few.
yeah.
But yeah, it'd be nice. I would love to.
You
If I
can.
had money, I'd put money into getting it restored.
Yeah. Oh, it costs a lot of money, Brian.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. If I had money, I would put it into getting the thing restored.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to head off home now.
Yeah.
Okay? Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And that's all for now, folks. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Now, folks, I just need to tell you that for the people who don't already know, we had to give up our allotment because we moved to the country. We up and sold house and moved to the country. This is where we want to retire and spend the rest of our retirement years. And so there is no allotment videos at the moment, but we do have our name down and we might get an allotment, and if we do, then we'll be doing regular bits and pieces. And I don't think it'll be this year that we get the allotment, because apparently they're planning 40 new allotments when they finish building some houses over the other way, and So we might get one of those. So might be next year, but in the meantime, we'll just do little snippets like this, just to stay in touch and let you know how our life's going. But at the moment, it's all going well.